Good afternoon, everybody. So today I'm going to steal Bob Heilig's stuff. So if you guys don't already like listen to podcasts, I was one of those hard people. Like I'm not, I love music. I like to like that was my release. Like, but now like if I'm in the car or in the shower, I'm listening to podcasts and I'm learning every day. Always learning and growing and changing, right? And so I listen to Bob Heilig. It's free. You go download the podcast, listen to it when you can. This is episode 411 that I'm going to be talking about. And little did I know it's kind of something that we already kind of do. If you've kind of been in the industry for a while, there's I just have words for it now to explain it a little better. So when we always talk about, hey, like post at 7 a.m. or post at 7 p.m., I guess what I'm talking about social media and the content that you should do on a daily basis. And so when I first got started 7 years ago, it was like post at 7 a.m., post at 7 p.m. Just constantly do those things. And it's all about the algorithms and all that kind of stuff. And he was saying that it's not really like that anymore, that it's all about the content that you're putting out there. And if you're putting out good content, then it's going to get shared, it's going to get the likes, it's going to get out there, and people are going to start watching you. So kind of throw all that old stuff out of the way and really just start thinking about your content. Um, every other post needs to be purposeful and add value to people. Not gonna lie, I kind of just wing it. I've always been a winger. I throw things out there, decide if it's gonna stick. But since I've been in the industry for 7 years, little did I know my stuff is purposefully I'm doing what needs to be done and adding some value to people's. Don't be scared of doing this, you guys. It's your business. You've got to put yourself out there. Just do the things, play around with it, see what happens, see what does stick. If it works, like, okay, people are liking that. I'm gonna do more of that, kind of like my chickens or my wine. Do you know how many people message me on the backside, like asking me about all the things or sending me TikToks and stuff? To me, that's not adding value, but it is because funny is value, doing recipes is value. Anything that you think that isn't entertaining or whatever that adds value. Like I just saw somebody do a video on her favorite peeler. She was peeling a carrot and talked about her peeler that she and I'm like that's adding value, like the little things that you don't think of. So anyways, um and that's don't stop watching what everybody else is doing. Stop going to somebody that's been in the industry for 7 years, 10 years, whatever, and being like, oh my God, that person has 4,000 views on her reel. You're not her. She's not you. She's been doing this a lot longer. Don't compare yourself to others. Just be you and start from the beginning. We all started from the beginning to do the things. Okay, so there are three different categories of content. Pretend it's like a funnel. One of those little funnels we pour our wine into. Have our wine go down. To aerate it, right? That's what we do. I don't do that. I just drink from the bottle. But anyways, so you've got top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel. All of our leads start at the top of the funnel, and you want to work all the people down into the bottom of the funnel to where they buy from you. Okay, so here we go. Top of funnel is your cold leads. So people brand new that are just now following you. Middle of funnel are your warm leads. Those are the people that you want to nurture, build relationships with, be their friend, right? And then bottom of funnel, those are your hot leads that they are ready to buy. You've been talking to them about buying your product, all that stuff. And then within each of these categories, top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel, there are different kinds of content and who it's hitting. Um, let's see. So the top of funnel is the value content. So the value content is kind of what I was talking about before. Like it's educational, it's informative, you're sharing tips, you're being funny, you're being problem focused. You don't mention your products at all. This is the number one way to build your leads is by helping people solve the problem and they start to trust you. So that was one of my problems that I always thought, like, I don't know anything. I don't, my husband's the one that cooks, like I don't know anything. Little did I know, like, just let go and be yourself on social media. My crazy self just works because I'm funny and that's entertaining for people to see what goes on in my life. And so that's adding value. It's making the feel good happy. And so then they trust me by seeing my stuff. They're like, oh, this lady's crazy. Like, okay, I kind of like her. I can relate to her. And so that's where you build your trust. The connection content is middle of funnel. That is where you're selling you, sharing your lifestyle, inspiring, being funny, just kind of stuff I was talking about. Be yourself. Make them think, do I buy from that person? Right? So you're adding the value, you're giving them tips, you're being funny, just putting your life out there, right? And then in the middle of the funnel, that's where you're, sharing more of yourself and putting yourself out there. And then the bottom of funnel, there's two different types of posts. It's proof content and invitation content. The proof content is customer stories, sharing about other people, just putting that, testimonies, that kind of stuff. That's the proof of content that they kind of want to see. Stories sell. And then the invitation content is that's where you make the ask. You finally be like, hey, I'm looking for some friends to start on these products with me. Are you interested? Reach out to me. And he even talked about, like, don't say and ask for 6 friends. I'm looking for 6 friends. But you know what? I see it works for people. So you do you. If it works, try. If it works, works. Do it. If it doesn't, try a different one the next time. Okay. And so this is what he was saying, the 5 to 1 to your posting. So you should do 4 of the value connection content and the proof content, and then 1 of the invitation. So like do 5 value at, 4 content posts, like wine post or chicken posts, or and then a testimony. And then your last post should be making the ask. So do 4 normal posts to 1 post. So even like to me, like I've been posting like 3 times a day. And I think I talk about Plexus, and then I do a funny post, and then I've been talking about business side of things too. But I've been doing this for a while. So I post a lot, and I just post. I don't overthink it. Like the 7 a.m. and 7 p.m., like I just post because if it, like he said, if it's good content, it's gonna blow up. Right. So if all of a sudden something happens in my day that I feel it's going to add value to people's lives, I post it then and there so I don't forget to do it. Um, and then lastly, let's see. Oh yeah, that's like one of the main things. I know we all probably did this when we first started. Like, don't like sell, don't like put your link into the post, don't put your link into the comments. Like, you want to build that relationship with them. You don't want to just be throwing it out there. You actually want to talk to people, and invite them to that conversation. And that's the other thing he said. Most people won't just flat out reach out to you, and be like, hey, I want to buy. I think out of maybe 1, 2, 3 a month, maybe for me, actually reach out to me on a whim and ask to buy the product. Everybody else I have reached out to, I have messaged and I have made the ask, even if it was a follow-up post because they liked one of my Plexus posts, or if it was a cold message with initially reaching out, you still have to reach out and make that ask because people are still scared. And even if you just message them and say, hey, like, thanks so much for liking my post. It really helps my business. I really appreciate it. Were you interested in learning more? Like, I'm here to help. Like, just start that conversation with them. Um, let's see. Yeah, so the way he does this, and it's kind of like I kind of like feel like that's how we do it. So it's nice to kind of see, like, if you visualize it, putting it into a funnel. We just want to move people through that funnel with our posts and how we're posting, and we just don't want to hammer out Plexus, Plexus, Plexus. Like, we got to build those relationships, and people have to trust us before they buy from us. Um, and then that's the other thing I wanted to talk about too is get you out of the equation. Like, get like the fact that you want to help 3 people, you want to earn the Apple Watch, get that all out of the equation. You want to help them. Put yourself in their shoes. Once you change that mindset of wanting just to help people and get your stuff out of the way, things will fall into place because you're actually helping people and not thinking about you. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing if you poor me, I didn't have very many likes on that post, or poor me, I don't have very many views. Like you're making it about you and you need to make it about other people. And so if you can look at it, okay, that post didn't get very many likes. Well, maybe it was made for you and you didn't add value to anybody. So next time, change it up. Delete the post. You can delete the post. It's no big deal. And try again, right? And make something better. Um, yeah, that's when you realize all of this and change your mindset, magical things do happen. It really does. I think it took me 3 or 4 years to finally realize that. And then when I realized, oh, it's not about me and hitting my goals, it's about helping people hit their goals. That's when things start to fall into place. The algorithm works, like all the things. So if you guys have any questions on that, reach out, let me know. If not, go listen to Bob Heilig's episode. It's episode 411, like I said earlier. And just start listening to his stuff. It's just kind of good stuff. I think he puts it out weekly. And yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm here to help.